All right, let's talk about something huge. A threat that's totally natural, completely silent, but has the power to, well, bring our entire hyperconnected world to a screeching halt.
I mean, just think about your day so far. You've probably used your phone, right? Maybe checked Google Maps for directions or paid for something online. All of that stuff we do without even thinking. Our mobile networks, GPS, internet banking, even the power in our homes. It all hangs on this massive, invisible web of technology.
And we just take it for granted, don't we? We assume it'll always just work. But that reliance, well, it's also a massive weak spot. So what happens when those invisible threads holding our digital lives together suddenly snap?
And this danger, it isn't some new computer virus. It's not a physical attack. Nope. It comes from 93 million miles away. It's a completely natural phenomenon, and it has a simple name, a solar storm.
Okay, so you've probably heard of things like solar flares, right? Those big blasts from the sun. But what a lot of people don't realize is that their effects aren't just out there in space. They can have a direct and really powerful impact right here on Earth. So what is a solar storm really? Okay, let's break it down. In the simplest terms, imagine the sun having a massive tantrum. It throws out this huge blast of energy and charged particles. This blast then travels through space, and if we're unlucky, it slams right into Earth's protective magnetic shield. It's like a cosmic collision, and trust me, it has very, very real consequences.
So here's how it goes. First, you get this massive explosion on the sun's surface. That's your solar flare. Then, this explosion shoots a ton of energy and charged particles out into space. Sometimes, those particles are aimed right at us, and when they finally reach us and smash into our magnetic field, bam! You get what scientists call a geomagnetic storm. And that, right there, is where the real trouble for all our tech begins.
Now, I know this might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it is absolutely not just a theory. We have a crystal clear example from history of what a monster solar storm can do, and we're going to have to go way back to a time long before the internet was even a dream. Picture this. It's 1859. The biggest solar storm ever recorded, now known as the Carrington Event, hits Earth. Now, what was the most advanced tech back then? The telegraph system. And it just got fried. I mean, completely failed. Telegraph pylons were throwing sparks, machines caught fire, and get this, operators were getting electric shocks right through their equipment. It was chaos. Okay, so back in 1859, the world was running on some basic telegraph wires. That's it. Now look at today. We've got a global internet running through massive undersea cables. Our sky is literally filled with GPS and communication satellites. Our power grids are all interconnected across continents. The difference is just staggering.
So here's the kicker, the point you really need to get. If that storm caused so much chaos to simple telegraphs, what do you think would happen to our world today? A world where our technology is, 1,000 times more complex? That also means it's 1,000 times more vulnerable.
So let's play this out. A Carrington-level storm hits us now. What happens? Well, it's not like just one thing breaks. It's more like a row of dominoes. One falls, and it takes everything else down with it. A true digital domino effect. Okay, so domino number one, space. The storm would probably fry the super-sensitive electronics in our satellites. That means GPS systems, gone, offline. Instantly, all flight navigation goes haywire. Then, down on the ground, that same surge of energy would hit our power grids, causing them to overload. And just like that, widespread, massive blackouts.
And with no power and no satellites, man, our daily lives would grind to a dead stop. Your mobile network, down. The internet, gone. Google Maps, useless. Trying to pay for something? Forget it. Bank servers would crash. TV broadcasts, poof. Yeah, it sounds like the plot of a disaster movie, I know, but this is a very, very real possibility. So this all leads to the one giant question, doesn't it? We know this can happen. So, are we ready for it? Well, the honest answer is, it's a mixed bag. The good news is, we're watching. Agencies like NASA have eyes on the sun 24/7, so our monitoring is pretty solid. We can see a storm coming, which gives us a little time to, put satellites into safe mode or protect power grids. But the not-so-good news? Our global coordination, our plan for how all the countries work together when the big one hits? Yeah, that's not where it needs to be.
And here's the real kicker. We can't predict the exact timing. We can see an explosion happen on the sun, sure,
But from that moment, we might only have a few hours, maybe a day or two, before that wave of particles actually hits us. That is just not enough time for the entire world to get ready.
And listen, this isn't some distant theoretical problem for our grandkids. The sun has this 11-year cycle of activity, and guess what? Scientists are saying the current one is set to peak around 2025 to 2026. That's really soon. And during that peak, the chances of a big storm aimed right at us are considered pretty high.
If that massive storm does hit, we're not talking about a quick fix. Getting things back online, that could take weeks, maybe even months. Think about it. No communication, no logistics. That means food supply chains could just stop. And maybe the scariest part? The potential for widespread panic when all the systems we rely on for everything just disappear.
You know, some experts have a phrase for this, and it's a really chilling one. They say a big storm could send humanity into a temporary digital stone age. It wouldn't physically destroy anything, but it would completely cut us off from the technology that, let's be honest, defines modern life.
Look, the point of all this isn't to scare you. It's about being aware. Aware of these silent cosmic forces that have a very real power over our fragile digital world. So I'll leave you with one final thought, one question to really chew on. If every screen went dark tomorrow, how would you do? Could you survive?